Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. Hope everybody had a decent week, man. Praise report. Two members of THE. You know what I'm saying? But able to witness this week, man. So it's always good when the spirit is moving in that aspect, man. I hope you guys were able to have some motion in y'all's lives as well, whether it be co-workers, family, friends, whatever. Right. So we're at the end of the week now. We had another Sabbath, man, another time for rest, another time to devote our time to the Lord. And got a lesson for you guys today to start it off. Y'all see it, Freestyle Friday. I got some videos for y'all titled A Special People. A Special People, right? God has a special people, man. And it's us. It's us, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negro descent. Through prophecy, through archaeology and history, through migrational patterns, it has always been us, right? So we're going to get into that today, right? And just talk about it a little bit because favor ain't fair. There's no way that favor is fair. There's no way that our people are treated how we're treated. There's no way that our people are, there's no way that our people have done what we've done and it's just random and it's just out of the clear blue, right? This thing right here is prophecy unfolding. We can see it with our own eyes. Everybody always says, that group of people so spiritual. Those Native Americans, they can call rain down from heaven. Them Black people, you go to that Black church, man, you gonna end up crying, singing, dancing, and shouting, right? They can't help it. It's in that blood. It's in our blood. Before we get started, though, before we get started with the lesson, man, that was a short little introduction. That's your brother Azrael, the brother Isaiah, the brother Obadiah, and the brother Denal from the Hopeful Elect. Before we get started, I want to say all glory and honor and praise to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? We give it to him. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And we do so in the name of his only begotten son, who the world calls Jesus Christ. We say Yahweh Shai. Some say Yeshaya, some say Yahushua, some say
Yahshua.
Yahshua, right? That's the other one I was looking for, right? But we know that he was sent as an instrument of salvation for the nation, and that nation is Israel. Shalom to the cleavers, shalom to the 12 tribes, the speckled bird, all of that good stuff, man. Let's get into this lesson. Before we start, once again, I'm gonna share this, right? I'm glad the brother put it on his page, man, so we can start playing our own blowing of the shofar before our videos, man, to sound the alarm and to bring the good spirits in and ward off the evil spirits. All praises, man, for the blowing of the shofar, brother Obadiah. First video is up, is from Facebook, man. So gonna be a good one, brothers. If you guys want me to stop it and you guys want to say something, just say Salaki or whatever, because it is a good video, man. It's gonna pique some of your thoughts in your mind, man.
DD in the morning.
It's exciting. Is that what this is? You familiar?
Yeah, I think she got like a morning radio station.
Oh, gotcha. All right, yeah, man. It's gonna be a good little video, man. Gonna be a good little video. Shalom to the scribe in the chat, Baruch, brother Baruch.
They say these are the most influential cultures in America.
Black. I saw this list. I thought it was so interesting.
What you think?
I thought it was so interesting. The top 5, right? I can probably remember some of them too.
Tell me who you see.
Is it like Indian culture?
Indian culture is number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Number 4. Indian culture. These are the most influential cultures in America.
Yes.
Indian.
Now we're saying in America, but we really mean all over the world, because America is a melting pot. Babylon, and Babylon is really what everybody's trying to be like. You go to all these other countries, all these other nations. you're gonna find a little bit of America there. They're gonna be selling the glizzies, the hot dogs. They're gonna be selling soul food in Africa. They're gonna be selling soul food in China, believe it or not. Right? You're gonna see a little bit of America. You're gonna hear that English tongue everywhere you go. So, even though they're saying this is the top 5 in America, we really know this to be the whole world. Go with
So when you say they say Indians, what are you talking about? Native Indian or they talking about the East Indian?
East Indian. East Indian, like the East
Red
Indians,
dot
man.
active, nigga.
Or the red dot.
Red dot active. Yeah.
They say they number 4,
them, right? Shiva,
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Everybody be dancing like them and stuff. On TikTok.
Yeah, they got they culture. Yeah, they got some seasoning. They got a little bit of seasoning.
They need some deodorant.
Yeah.
They don't believe in that.
They don't believe in taking showers, man. I seen the video, man. I wish I had that video, man. Seen a video, and they were like, "This is the hardest event. This is the hardest event for Indians in the Olympics." And they had a shower set up on the track. They had 2 Indian girls trying to jump in the shower, and they was like, and they were afraid to get in the shower. Wish I had that video. Man.
That's madness, man.
I need to find that video, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, send it to me when you find it.
All right.
Came in at number 4. Who else you remember?
Indian culture came in at number 4. Is it Mexican culture?
Come in at number 3. Latino culture.
Yeah, Latino.
Number 3. Shout out to our Latinas and Latinos.
I feel like they should have been number 2 though, bro. I feel like they should have been number 2. Who is number 2? I know we should be number 1. We not number 1 to listen.
So of course, with Babylon, you're gonna have some narratives in there, right? So number 3, they supposed to be number 2, but number 3 is because we look at them as lower level. We look at them as, some people look at them as dirty. Some people look at them as they snuck across the border over here to America. So like a lot of people don't, but that Mexican, that Hispanic, that Puerto Rican, that Dominican, all their parades, all their food, all their restaurants, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's heavy in the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yeah. Latino culture.
Okay.
Oh, I know this other one.
Okay.
Japanese.
I couldn't believe that.
Japanese culture.
Guess what? Japanese is the number 2 culture in America.
Hey, you making faces, but you got to start. She gonna start listening. Why they number 2? You gonna be like, yeah, that is true.
I mean, you got anime.
Man, anime. Really anime, bro.
It's a lot. Just listen.
And I didn't think that. I thought Latino culture.
Yeah, but think about it though. The Japanese culture, they have meditation, they have teas, yoga.
They're in hip hop. They're in K-pop now. They got their own pop lane and everything.
That's Korean.
Japanese
It's
culture.
not even Japanese.
Hold up.
Yeah, K-pop is Korean.
Hold up.
It's called Korean pop.
Racist.
Yeah. Okay.
Sound
Listen.
racist. All Asian people are the same.
Listen to what she said.
Nigga, we did K-pop stands for Korea.
He just mean Asian.
I didn't know that. I didn't know K-pop stood for Korea. That's crazy.
It's literally Korean pop. They just call
Apparently
it
stands for
K-pop.
Japanese. J-pop.
Hey,
Nigga.
look,
They about the same people.
Call
anyway.
it KJ pop.
This nigga said, I mean, they got K-pop. No, they don't.
yeah, it should be called A-pop for Asian pop. But she about to go through the list, man, of why they're number 2. She said sushi already, because y'all missed that. She said sushi already. I don't know how to backtrack.
Anime.
She said ramen, anime.
Video games, Nintendo, PlayStation, minimalist design, martial arts, and meditation is of the culture.
So that's a lot that Japanese got, though.
Hold up, but she named a video game as a culture because they made it.
Nintendo and all that. And a lot of the games, if you look at Luigi and all that, all these games that you see, Mario Kart and all that, like Japan's
Luigi.
And so you looking at sushi shops go crazy.
Bro, sushi ain't out beating tacos.
But look, boba tea.
Yeah, boba tea.
Thai tea. You got
Thai tea is Thailand.
We said ramen. I'm like, okay.
I didn't say Thai, I said chai. But
Chai is short for Chinese.
I mean, I can see where you're coming
That's
from.
not Japanese.
I think it's actually pronounced Kai.
I thought Luigi then was Italian.
And check this out, right? Anime, like you said, anime, ramen. Everybody's having ramen. Like, then are the Jabberwockies Japanese?
No, dude. No, the
Even if
Jabberwockies
they
are not
were, the
Japanese.
Jabberwockies are biting off a hip hop.
But let's be honest. Everybody likes a good, what's those restaurants called? The grills.
Hibachi grill.
Hibachis. Yeah, everybody love hibachi, bro. Everybody love hibachi, man. Everybody love, them Japanese lo mein and all that, man. Stir fry. She said, people think Mario says it's me, Mario. He's really saying it's Sumi Mario, which means Super Mario.
In Italian, right? Because they gotta be Italian.
Yeah, this the thing though. The Japanese culture, even when you look at anime, they'll bite off of other cultures.
Yeah, facts.
And put it in their stuff because they know other cultures will buy it. You know what I'm saying?
But I think
but the Japanese karate, that didn't come from Japan though, did it?
I think it did.
A lot of mixed martial arts came from Japan.
As they say.
Jiu-jitsu is Brazilian. But
be fighting too.
That is true though. So MMA, it's an Asian thing, I guess. But MMA, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people doing MMA now. You know what I'm saying? So Japanese number 2. Let's keep going.
Japanese culture that they say that is influential in America.
Can I minimalist? Like they don't have too much stuff.
Can we pop our collar real quick though?
Let's pop it because I'm getting ready to tell you the number one, the most influential culture in America is the
Is the what?
African American culture.
Yes, Lord.
It is number 1.
I'm gonna say if we were number 1, throw the list out. Still throw it out though, I feel. But it's cool though. It's cool.
The African American culture, man, is number uno, man. Number 1.
Yes, sir. Everybody want to rock them fitties with them braids.
Everything, bro.
I mean, we she gonna go over a list of why we number 1.
With the chains.
Music, slang.
Language, the language influence, streetwear, hairstyles, soul food, dominance in sports, entertainment, pop culture at large.
Come on, man.
They say the number 1 most influential culture in America is the African American culture.
Just us breathing, we influence people, man.
Who was number 5? Like, did she name all of them? She named Japanese.
She didn't name 5.
Oh, she went straight to 1.
Yeah, because her brother said, "Let me pop our collar." But nonetheless, man, a special people, man, the most influential people. And we the most influential in other lands too. That's why all these Saudi Arabians, they want us to come box for them and they want us to come to Dubai and all that stuff and visit and stuff like that. That's why the Koreans, they want us to come and they love the black men in Korea. That's why they want us to come to Thailand and Japan. They want us to come.
Hey,
they want to see our face.
People was not getting fades until they saw the black man getting fades, bro.
I don't know. I think the Caesar, the tent fade, I think that started with like Caesar.
Nah, the Caesar cut is a bowl cut with no fade. We turned it into a fade.
Cool shooter cut. To my like the.
That's how they used to set the white people used to set a bowl on the head and it cut everything around it, bro. That was that Caesar, bro.
I don't know. I think if you type in what a Caesar is, it's a low cut. I don't think it's a bowl cut,
bro. I'm trying to tell you, we named it a Caesar fade, but we started the fade.
Yeah, I mean, we had to. I mean,
we had to name it something. I
guess. She did say she did say we're most influential with haircuts because you do see everybody trying to. It's so-called white people out there with hairlines now.
You saw the offensive coordinator for University of Georgia?
Nah.
That boy got a fresh lineup.
Yeah,
he
man.
Looked like a light skin out there on the sidelines.
Yeah, when have we ever seen lineups on so-called white boys, white men?
Yeah, bro. When I was growing up, them boys weren't getting lineups for real. They hair cover their hairline.
They had the bangs covering their hairline, man. And you know, but it goes back even further when they was getting perms. You know, when they had perms, they was, you know, curling their hair and stuff like that. And of course, we know about the females. Our females are very influential. Our females are very influential, right? So you know, it's our people all together, man. We special people. We influence so much. We influence music. We influence taste. All the five senses we influence, man. Right? We influence everything, right? And we invent everything. We're gonna play that in the next video. Let me finish this video out.
A lot of the times people hate you because they ain't you.
They what? They hate you because they ain't you. They want to buy what you got. They want to steal what you got, right? And they're not gonna give you credit for where they got it from, right? They'll make a PhD out of your thinking and then tell you you're wrong. And then make it seem like they're smart because they came up with this idea or this theory or this theology. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna say, man, it's just like when the brother said they hate you because they ain't you, bro. It'd be little things like just say we have a cookout or we in a big huddle and we may be laughing, and you have the other nation, they want to see what we talking about. They interested in knowing what we talking about and trying to listen to what we saying because we the trendsetters, man. We them guys. Yeah. And that go back. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, man. You know, when you look at all those Tyler Perry movies, when you used to go back to the movie theater back in the day before COVID, right? It'd be a audience full of other nations in there trying to laugh at some black folk, right? When you look at our comedians, they don't even care that some of our comedians been saying some crazy stuff about them. They're gonna be front row paying tickets. They front row at the NBA games, knowing they can't play basketball. They front row at the NFL field. They front row at all these things, trying to get a better look, trying to get an ear for our people. Because we influence them. We can make them have a better day when they having a bad day, right? A lot of times, even the homeless will say, man, the people that's most compassionate on me is the African American, the so-called African American. Yeah. Everybody else kind of just walk past me.
I seen a video of a white dude was saying that. A white dude was like, man, you know, when he was homeless, I think he actually said black and Hispanic people. He like they was the ones that looked out for him, but the white people, his own people, just walked by him and act like he wasn't there. You know, so that's real. We compassionate when it comes to everybody else.
Right,
real talk.
And that's we the all black Americans here want to thank y'all for all your contributions.
What?
Right.
Ain't you Dominican?
Only half of me said that, dog. I'm Afro-Latino. My mom darker than Didi. Hey guys,
Didi catching shots, ain't she?
Hey man, but you see that though? All the other nations gotta tap in with Judah. You feel me? They gotta tap in with Judah. They appreciate our contributions, because without the African American, the so-called African American, a lot of these other nations wouldn't even be in America. A lot of these other nations wouldn't even want to be in America. Because of the so-called African American, they have made a home here. They have found an identity here, right? And they love our stuff as well, which is why we're number one, right? If any brand wants to become good, they'll pay some rappers and some singers to put it in a song because they know that our people gonna support. And they know that our people will pick it up and run with it, and we're very influential. They have meetings on how can we get a black audience? A bunch of so-called heathen nations sitting around the table. How can we get a so-called black nation? I mean, a black audience. And they might have that one person in the room, Jamal, Keisha, Tony, you know. Tony, what do you think? What do you think is buzzing right now in the black community? And they get their advice. Go ahead though.
It's a video on YouTube called "The Secret of Selling to the Negro," and it came out in 1954. And it's just going to like basically how to sell to us. Like they study us. So when we come into their stores, they know what to show us. They know what to say, what not to say. And it's crazy because I was like, man, when I watched that video, I'm like, dang, that's crazy. These folks really, and this happening still to this day in 2025. They know how to sell to us, man. They know exactly how to get us to buy something out their stores. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. It's a book.
I thought that's what you said.
Oh no, it's a video. It's that video right there, the second one. It's a video. It's a smooth video, bro. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like that junk crazy.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, 21 minutes. Yep.
That one, 21 minutes. If y'all want to go watch that on your own time. Let's get before we get this next one from Grits and Eggs. He's been kind of getting popular nowadays. Let's read this first precept. Who's first on the list? Brother Denal, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This precept right here, man. If you want to start out as an Israelite camp, you want to start out preaching the word of God, just read this, man. When you go out there, just read this and just talk about the special people, man. And just, shake the hand, right? And read it again. And
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. That's one that it's implanted in all of our heads, man, that do this work. Right? Lacan, Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right? We're above all people, even when we're not above all people. We're number one influential, even though we're at the bottom of society. So we still above all people. We still above them, but we not above them, right? And that's because it says we are a special people. For those that didn't know why I titled it like that with quotation marks, is because I ain't say this. The Most High God said this. The Most High God said we were a special people unto himself, right? And we're going to further prove that with more precepts, but I just want y'all to know we're special people, man. Ain't nobody like us. Favor ain't fair, and it didn't happen by mistake. It happened by design, right? Well, our people, man, we do some crazy stuff. It don't even have to be AI. You'll find our people doing it because it's not AI. It's the Most High. It's a little saying I like that I coined back in the day. It's not. I'm just playing. Brother Denal coined that back in the day. Right? It's not AI. It's not AI. It's the Most High, man, and his people. But go ahead, Obadiah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, man. Just imagine us. Cause we already. Everybody already look up to us now in our folly and our madness. So just imagine when we really start keeping these commandments. So they'll look at us the same way, man. Like, dang, we need to do what they do, man, because they God's chosen people, and they make it look cool to keep the commandments of God. So we need to do that. So that just show you, man, how it can be on the right hand side, man, because they already look up to us and want to be us when we doing crazy stuff. So how much more, being the light in them, trying to keep the commandments as well. Why they seeing us doing it?
Come on, man. So since you said that, let's go ahead and read this, man. Deuteronomy 4:5-6.
Khan, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, starting at verse number 5. It says, Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right, man. So we're a special people, and he commanded his special people to do special things. And those special things were so that other people can observe them. And we'll prove that with the next verse.
Verse number 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding and the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right. So we're the most influential, right, when it comes statistically in the land of Babylon. But what are we most influential for? Because on that whole list, I didn't hear her say for keeping the commandments, right? She didn't say that we caused the whole earth to keep the commandments, right? So we haven't been doing our job as special people. We haven't been doing the special thing that was commanded of us. right? We've been excelling in everything else, right? We've been excelling in fashion. We've been excelling in lingo and talk, and we took somebody else's language and made it ours, right? We've been excelling in all these other areas of life, but we have not been excelling in keeping the commandments and influencing the earth to keep the commandments, right? Let me get this one more precept in the New Testament just to show y'all. Now we go through the whole book. Get this one more in the New Testament, and then we'll go to the next video, right? If you could read this, Brother Obadiah.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. For ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that you should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
What is this talking about? It's talking about those same people that he chose them, right? When we just read it, it says he chose them in Deuteronomy 7:6. And in the New Testament, it's carrying out the same trend, the same line of thinking. That same chosen generation is a priesthood, and they're a holy nation, just like it said in Deuteronomy 7:6. It says a peculiar people. That's just meaning a special people. This is literally quoting Deuteronomy 7:6. But one would have you think, and these other denominations and things of that nature, that this is talking about anybody that believes. But you can just get the context of the whole chapter of what you're reading, right? When it says, but are now the people of God, which in time past were not a people, but now are a people of God, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. This is talking about our people, right? Right? Because it's saying, have your conversation honest among the Gentiles. So who is he talking to? He's talking to our people, right? And he's telling our people to submit yourselves to every ordinance of the man of the Lord, right? And that's what we got to do. We got to stop submitting ourselves to all of this folly and madness and all these different podcasts and things of that nature. We learning all this stuff from people that don't know what they talking about. But anyway, let's look at this podcast and see what he says out of this. I like this video. The brother Denal put it on his story, and he was hitting on some things, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna add that into the lesson. Let's listen.
Language.
I think I skipped some of the language already.
Black. For what reason? Black history is American history. But being anti-Black is the most American thing you can do, while simultaneously dismissing the contributions that made not only the rights you get to enjoy and benefit from possible, but the reason that you have in America in the first place.
Right, for everybody. We're the most influential, but we're also the reason why this America even exists, right? Your everyday life is because of the so-called African American, the so-called Israelites, the so-called God's people, man. Same thing that was back in Egypt, right? Without Joseph and Joseph's line of thinking, they would have been done. So everybody that got to enjoy Egypt, it was because of what? Because of who? The Israelites and the Most High God. The Most High God, the Israelites just helped. Shout out to, Young Thug.
Talk that talk, son. Talk that talk. Airplane propelling, biscuit cutting, folding bed.
Airplane propelling. You know how many? Go to any random airport, right? In any major city, that thing is packed. Them people wouldn't be there if it wasn't for us.
Plane changer, rotary engine, car coupler,
rotary engine. All these engines out here.
Box, stainless steel pads, torpedo discharger, disposable syringe. Home security says
disposable syringe. You know how nasty and how infected people would be in hospitals if we didn't make a disposable syringe.
Corn planter, cotton planter.
Corn planter. We had to figure a way to get out them fields, man. That's us. That's that's figuring those things out for the masses.
Ironing board, street sweeper, horse bridle bit, horseshoe, lawnmower, typewriter, trainer.
And man, you know how many people in this so-called land love cutting their grass, and we the one that made the lawnmower?
Facts.
Image converter for radiation detector, peanut butter, paints and stain.
You know how many kids eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? They wouldn't have that if it wasn't for us.
lotions and soaps, automatic fishing rig.
Of course, we made lotions and soaps.
Oh, of course.
Ice cream mold, printing press, envelope seal, laser fuels, pressure cooker, window cleaner,
Pressure cooker,
Never mind. Never mind.
Window cleaner, man. Everybody was barely looking through their windows.
pencil sharpener, fire extinguisher, lock.
Fire extinguisher.
Hey, is that him? Is that him talking, or that's his voice, like, or is it just sped up?
They sped it up because the list is so long.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Did he say shotgun?
I don't know, but he said fire extinguisher. You know how many jobs require and housing requires a fire extinguisher? You can't even own a boat without a fire extinguisher in your boat. You get your boat taken and get a fine. If you live in an apartment, it has to have fire extinguishers. If you go to school, it has to have fire extinguishers. If you live in an office space, it gotta have fire extinguishers. Guess who made that? And guess who probably not making money off of that?
Us.
The black man.
Shoe lasting machine, lubrication, rocket catapult, elevator, gas mask,
Elevator,
traffic signal, hairbrush,
traffic signal. What would we do without our traffic lights?
heating furnace, airship, the blimp, folding chair, hand stamp, fountain pen, dustpan, insect destroyer gun, baby buggy, sugar refinement, clothes dryer, cell phone.
Cell phone. That's a big one. They wanna talk about Elon. They want to talk about
Steve Jobs.
They want to talk about all these people, man, but they not talking about us. And we the ones that even invented the idea and the function of it.
Pressing comb, curtain rod, lawn sprinkler, automatic gear shift, urinalysis machine, horse riding saddle, shoe, piano player, player piano. Oh, player piano arm for record player, doorstop, doorknob, photo print wash.
Doorknob is a big one. Like, how you gonna get in the doors, bro?
Automatic gear shift is a big one, bro.
Yeah. We put
not too many people know how to drive manual, bro.
Right. That's why them so-called white people love that manual, because they don't want to come over to the black side. They're like, nah, them Negroes, they made that automatic. That automatic not good.
Photo embossing machine, postal letterbox, toilet commode, furniture caster, guitar.
We made a toilet, bro. We made the idea and we made a toilet, bro. Everybody would still be using outhouses.
Golf.
We made a guitar. So how are they talking about they started country music and rock and roll? And we the one that made the instrument that they use.
Bro, you know how much money we supposed to have right now, bro, as a people for making all of this stuff?
The game of golf came from us. You know? And a lot of us, we don't even like playing it.
I was just gonna say that. I hate it. You can't pay me to watch golf on TV. But I ain't know we invented it. So I might watch a couple games.
We really they say the game of golf was a collective effort, but the golf tee is what the black man created.
Oh, you still can't play that without it.
Motor, thermal hair couplers, lantern, gas burner, kitchen table, bicycle frame, wrench, eye protector, egg beater, defroster, air conditioning unit, 2-cycle gas engine, internal combustion engine, starter generator, refrigeration controls.
You didn't have a fridge, bro. You know how many we invented the fridge, and you know how many of our people don't got no food in the fridge?
And that kind of make you think, what the heck did they have before we came? Like, what was they doing?
They would get ice. They would get ice, and then they would set everything on the ice, and then they would have to use everything before the ice melted. And so, like, it was having ice was a luxury, man.
I'm talking about the whole list. I'm talking about everything on the list.
Oh,
like,
I thought you were talking about the refrigerator. My bad.
No, I'm talking about everything on the list. Like, what was they doing?
They was living in caves, huh?
That's why, we taught them how to bathe and stuff. So that makes sense. That makes complete sense.
Clothes dresser, bottle cap, electric lamp, hydraulic shock absorber, refrigerator, mop, stair climbing wheelchair, fire escape ladder, telephone transmitter, electric cutoff switch, relay instrument, telephone system, electromagnetic brake, the galvanic battery, electric railway system, roller coaster, auto air brakes, helicopter, Santa phone, super soaker, blood plasma, ice cream is fucking self, pacemaker controls, guided missile.
Wait, ice cream, man.
Guided missile?
Yeah.
Helicopter?
I ain't gonna lie though, but something simple as ice cream is crazy because that's America's claim to fame is ice cream.
Hey, we made ice cream, bro.
People come over here, and, I'm gonna give me a hot dog and some ice cream. One of them ice cream cones.
Hot dog and some ice cream.
I'm saying when other nations come over here and
they
try it, like
yeah. Crazy.
Hot dog and some ice cream.
Yeah, that's a kind of weird combination.
Space shuttle retrieval arm, programmable remote controllers, video commander, multi-stage rocket, GPS system.
GPS.
Hey, bro, you know how many people don't even know how to read a map, bro? Because that GPS took over. That GPS everywhere, man. It wouldn't be on your phones if it wasn't for us, though. We're a special people.
Every fucking time.
Okay. but hey, we're a special people. And I'm saying that because, man, the Most High God literally is using us to bless all these nations, bro. So every nation has been blessed by us because just us living and breathing, like he's the one that's putting these ideas in our head. He's the one that's given us the power through our hands to create these things, right? While these other nations is dealing on in witchcraft and trying to talk to fallen angels or whatever, we getting downloaded straight from the Most High. They can't compete. They can't keep up, right? So they got to steal from us. But the Most High God is allowing Earth to function through his people, right? A special people.
Even at our lowest state, we still at the top.
Right, man. We still are a bunch of Josephs. When Joseph interpreted the dream and had the idea to make storehouses so that Egypt wouldn't go through a famine, that same spirit that's in Joseph is in us. And we're continuing to make these nations thrive every day because we're a special people. Let's get into these precepts, man. I got 3 more precepts, 6 verses. That makes sense. I'm going 3 places, but I got, 6 verses. Nonetheless, who up next, man? Brother Denal, 1 Chronicles 17:21.
1 Chronicles 17:21. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel?
And what one nation? Right, you gotta turn it up, man. Shout out to Bishop Nathan. You gotta turn it up. What one nation? They can't do it like us.
Whom God went to redeem to be his own people, to make thee a name of greatness and terribleness, right, by driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt.
That's right. So the thing is this: the Most High God, man, has made a special people, and he always is fighting for them, and he always is showing his mercy, and he's showing his power. He's throwing his judgment. He's showing his every part of God's being and his characteristic and all of his attributes. He's showing other nations through us. Even when he judges us, other nations are seeing, okay, that he's a righteous judge. He'll even judge his own people. And his judgment is harsh. So they don't even want to get on his bad side. Nebuchadnezzar didn't want to get on his bad side, right? Cyrus didn't want to get on his bad side, right? The king of Persia didn't want to get on his bad side. They saw how he dealt with his people, right? So, it's that great nation. Let's get this next one, Isaiah 43:21. Brother Isaiah, can you read?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43 and verse 21, and it reads, "This people have I formed for myself. They shall show forth my praise."
Right? He formed us to praise him. Some people, that's narcissistic. That's X, Y, and Z. But that's what he did. He formed us, and we're praising him by our works. We're praising him by the things we say. We're praising him by the things we do, because we're supposed to point back to him whenever somebody thinks of us. We're not supposed to, puff ourselves up in pride and be prideful because of us, because we can't do none of this except for it was him. This people have I formed for myself. Not everybody did he form for himself. He formed other people for other things. But this people, he formed them. He planned this seed line. He planned this birth. This is Planned Parenthood, right? He planned it, right? So that we could show forth his praise. The last place I'm gonna go is the editions of Esther. The editions of Esther found in the Apocrypha or the Lost Books. 10 and verse 10. We're gonna read 10 through 13, right? We can read this one.
Addition to Esther, chapter 10, verse 10. Therefore hath he made two lots, one for the people of God and another for all the Gentiles.
Right. He's made two lots. He's made two plights. He's made two paths. He's made two molds, two vessels, two different cups, two different pots, right? And how can the pot talk to the potter and say, I want to be that pot? No, you can't. He's made it for a reason. But these two pots, these two lots, he's made one for the people of God, letting you know there is a people of God. The special people that you feel like is always favorable, that you feel like is always talented, that's always entertaining, that's always coming up with those ideas. I know it seems unfair, but guess what? Those are the people of God. You better believe it. You better realize it, right? Favor ain't fair. I know it sucks. I know sometimes if you're not falling into that plight, you want to be that plight, right? Every now and then you get some of these other nations, but man, I love y'all people, man. I love being around y'all people, man. Y'all, I love y'all better than my own people. Them are the honest ones. Everybody thinking it, but them the honest ones. And then he says another for all the Gentiles, right? He's made another lot for all the Gentiles, meaning how they're supposed to live life and with the things that they go through and things of that nature, right? Let's get verse 11.
Verse 11. And these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before God among all nations.
Right. So we all going to be judged different. The people of God going to be judged differently from all the other nations. Right. We're going to be judged at the same time, but we're going to be judged differently. We got two different lots. Right. The brother said, Khan, put some respect to those Negroes. Those are the most high people. Yeah, man. Them Negroes, them niggers that everybody, they don't, they want to talk down on us and act like we slow and that we don't know how to talk and we don't know how to write and we're illiterate. Guess what? Put some respect on it, though, because their life wouldn't even be here if it wasn't us. We have literally blessed all nations. We fulfilled that prophecy. I don't care what nobody say. Every nation has been blessed from Shem, from Abraham. Right? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's crazy, man, because what nation because we really hear that all the time. Other nations saying they love us so much, they love us more than their own people. What other nation of people do you hear that? Like, that's actually a thing. I think almost every black person has heard somebody say that before, right?
Yeah.
I don't really think any other nation has witnessed people say like that phrase in itself.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unless you like a so-called white person and you go over to some rink-dink place in Africa and they ain't never seen no white person before and they trying to touch your hair and everything. And
nah, bro, you ain't seen them videos of them Caucasian people going over to Africa and all the African people, all the African kids running and screaming, and they're literally like dead, afraid of them.
Yeah, thought it was a ghost.
The white people think it's funny. They popping in the classroom. These kids literally screaming their heads off, trying to get away from it.
They scaring the kids, bro.
I gotta see that video.
Yeah, hey, if you look up one, I know it was one. I think a white lady was. I think they was running from this white lady because they were like they thought the kids thought she was a ghost.
She thought it was funny, man.
She thought it was funny. That's weird, bro. You scaring
they're
kids.
really trembling.
Yeah, scaring little kids, man.
They really
without a mask.
I saw it on Instagram.
The one I seen, I don't think she was a.
What in the world is that?
That's madness. I don't think she was a teacher. The one I seen, I think she was just going over there visiting Africa, and then the kids was crying. The thumbnail was a little boy crying.
It was a woman though.
Yeah,
I think she visited a school. It's that one right there to the right, I think.
This?
Yeah. That's one I saw.
that one.
Yeah, you always got one Jake that's willing to risk it all.
That's not the one I seen. That's not the one I seen.
You always got one Jake that's willing to risk it all, man.
Scroll down.
Kids and Leos run away from white women.
I think it might be that second one.
Yeah, I think it's the second one.
You can easily find this video that I'm reacting to, but
fair use.
Typing in white woman visits Laos. It's basically this woman who sounds like a German woman, but she could be from the Netherlands. But she goes to Laos and visits a school. And I guess she had already got like someone who invited her to the school, but maybe she wasn't, like she didn't tell the actual school administration.
You know, Eve loved to talk, man.
That she was coming. There was some sort of miscommunication and it was a surprise for the students. And she's so shocked because when she gets there, the kids are screaming and running away. Like they're literally running out of their classrooms off of the ground.
Let us watch it. Golly, Eve.
Because they're so scared of her. And she's like, are they scared of us? Really?
She done gave away the whole thing.
Hey, I sent you the video I seen on the chat. I don't know. Is she gonna play it? Is she gonna talk? Oh, clickbait.
Go back. I think it's that second one. Right there. I think it's that one.
Are they scared of us?
That's the video she was talking about.
Bro, the kids are running away. She wants to cry.
That's how my son look if I try to pour water on his face.
Bro, that boy was literally jumping up and down screaming like the boogeyman came.
I heard them stories about them. They heard about the colonizer stories.
Are they scared of us?
You know they're scared of you.
That's the video y'all saw though?
Yeah, that's one of them I saw.
That's the one I'm talking about right there. I seen a little bit of that one. Little boy crying. Fair use. I think that's the one I seen.
Etonia.
Screaming, crying in the distance.
We are learning. They're learning?
The devil's coming.
The devil is not welcome.
Road inspector?
You know what they say though, man. Kids, you know, they're a good judge of spirits. But it's a breath of fresh air because over here in the Americas, you know, over here in the Americas, Slovakia.
Just want to take this time to say that I thought y'all was talking about that video of when Donald Trump was walking in the classroom, man. It was a bunch of kids that started freaking out and panicking. Well, it wasn't a real video of Donald Trump. I think it was like some mouse or some person in a costume coming in the classroom. It was a bunch of children that started like freaking out and panicking. But then when Trump got in office, they had put AI over, you know what I'm saying, of him walking in the classroom. They kind of edited the video, make it seem like he was walking in the classroom and the kids started freaking out and panicking. That's the video I thought y'all was talking about.
Nah, we talking about the real white man.
Yeah, man. And it's a breath of fresh air too, man. Because, you know, over here in the Americas, some of their kids, they treat us like this, man, because whatever their parents are teaching them at home, you know, when they see us in public, if we got dreads, they gonna scream and cry. You know what I'm saying? we could be minding our business, but you know, the police would come up to us and be like, "Hey, you're scaring these kids. We're not even doing nothing but getting gas. I'm just in a parking lot. How am I scaring them?"
I think I told this story before, but we was working the fair, and one of the students that was working with me, his name was Lamar. He was sitting at the table next to me. You know, Lamar, he dressed like a real Negro. You know what I'm saying? So he had the cornrows, right? He had his big Soldier Boy earrings, baggy jeans, and you know he had the YN hoodie like Brother Baruch, and so we hand out pamphlets and stuff for Fort Valley State University. We hand out little coloring books for the kids and the fans, right? So here comes this white family, this Caucasian family, and there's a little girl. You can hear her walking up saying, "Oh, mommy, can I get a fan? Can I get a fan?" Right? Because we got little fans with goat faces on them. And so her mom's like, "Yeah, go ahead and get you one." She walks up, she looks up, she looks at Lamar dead in his face with the cornrows, and she runs and hides behind her dad. Scary. You know, her mom said, "I don't know why she's acting so shy right now." You know why she acting shy. You know why she's scared right now.
Right?
To Brother Azrael point.
They learn that stuff from home. When they mom and dad saying, if you ever see a group of people like this, make sure you go the opposite way. Do not hang around people like this. You see people like this, they are not good people. They will hurt you. They will say stuff that they're not supposed to. They'll talk like this, man, at their tables and stuff, man. I got their kids scared, right? And that way, when they finally get out in public, them kids, you can't hide what you've been teaching kids now. They're gonna let it show. So and we not slow either. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between shy and scared. When you shy, you don't be crying.
You're hiding behind your mama.
Right. That girl is scared.
Obe skuli tinok. Iwalia niwo. Niwo iwa. Maria Kawaguma. Obe skuli. Kinu just oli mjungu ni wakulia. Oli mjungu takulia tugenda mkwati.
And you know, a lot of them, you know, vice versa, they've been taught the same. Their parents have taught them when the white man come, you run, because they might steal you and sell you. They done heard so many stories about the white man. They're like, hey, they done came for our village.
Hey, look how you looking though. He's scared. He's scared to death, man. The white man.
Did you see how the mom was looking though? She looking crazy.
Like, what the hell y'all got going on, man, today?
I'm not gonna lie.
And then they show them little video clips of Negroes in the news. You don't want to end up like the Negroes in America.
But I'm not gonna lie though, like this is exactly how other nations feared the children of Israel in the Bible. When you read, man, people will see like people will come on the scene. One of us will come around, or all of us come around, and people will begin to fear. They'll be like, "We've heard of the miracles that your God has performed on your behalf. You know, we know your God is the true God. You know, that's really the situation with Rahab the harlot. To be honest, like that's exactly why she did what she did for us, because she had heard of us and the things that the Lord was doing on our behalf, and she feared. So to keep herself and her family safe, she had, you know, made a deal. Well, not a deal, but she had, you know, hit our spies.
What was that nation that made a deal with Joseph? And they were so scared. Was it Midian or Gideon or Gideon?
It was the Gibeonites. I mean, not the Gibeonites, but the I want to say it was the Midianites, if I'm not mistaken.
It started with a G.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It started with a G too.
Pretty sure it's the Gibeonites.
It was. I know it wasn't the Gibeonites. It was probably. I don't know. I got to go back and read. It's in Genesis 37. I want to say though.
But they
want to say it's in Genesis 37.
Genesis, Joshua or something.
Nah, it's the Gibeonites. It's the Gibeonites.
You said Joseph that made a deal with Joseph?
Joshua.
Oh, you said Joseph at first.
Yeah, I meant Joshua.
But yeah, it was the Gibeonites and Joshua for sure.
And they were scared, man. They saw what we was doing. And they was like, hey man, let's just go ahead Let's just go ahead and make friends with these people, man.
They cosplayed, man.
Yeah.
Remember, they said they came from a long ways distance, but they live right. They was like, in our region, and to keep them, they were so scared to die, they just ended up, disguising themselves.
They was next up on that hit list, man.
Right.
They knew
it was on the chopping block.
Yeah, they were like, hey, man, we can barbecue a mildew. Let's go ahead and mildew.
They already knew what it was, though.
And we was like, hold up. And they was like, nah, we already made a deal. We already shook hands, bro.
You can't kill us, bro. You can't kill us, bro. That was your word, bro. So they just made them service unto tribute.
God. Let's read this one more time, Obadiah.
And these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before God among all nations.
The two nations mean two lots, right? He's going to separate the sheep and the goats, right, on the same day. And they're going to have two different type of judgments, and they're going to be judged based off of two different type of things, right? Verse 12.
So God remembered his people and justified his inheritance.
So God remembered his people, right? He remembered his people. He's going to always remember us because we're his inheritance. And that's why we're so special. That's why we move the way we move. That's why we can't take the highlighter off of us. We can't take the spotlight off of us, right? Because we're God's people. We're God's chosen people. I know we say it all the time, man, but we literally are God's chosen people. We tell people they're Israelites, and, it's a narrative being spun. They don't want to be Israelites. But literally, that's the best thing that you can be in life. Not a Muslim, not a Christian, not a Buddhist, not African American or Black, or not Dominican, or not Mexican, or all these other things y'all want to take pride in. And I'm 16% Caucasian. I got 16% Sicilian in me. All that is nothing. I'm American. No. When somebody tell you, hey, brother, you're an Israelite. Hey, sister, you're an Israelite. That's supposed to be good news, believe it or not. It's supposed to be the best news of your life, actually, right? Because we are God's chosen people, man.
Do people think do people think we're calling ourselves Israelites because it's another way of saying we're niggas? Like we're claiming to be Israelites. We're claiming to be Israelites, bro. When did you it's a no-brainer? Well, obviously the niggas wouldn't be claiming something bad.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, but that's how, just quick little side story. Yesterday, I told the brothers on the screen, normally we fellowship on Thursdays in person, but yesterday I ended up missing the fellowship because I was witnessing, right, to one of my players' parents. So that's really how our conversation started. Not necessarily her thinking like, does Israelite mean niggas, but we was trying to coordinate times that, I would be able to come and train her son on Sundays, because I told her I can't do Saturdays because I keep the Sabbath. And she goes to church on Sundays and stuff like that. So we was trying to coordinate, and she said, well, why do you keep the Sabbath on Saturday if the Sabbath is on Sunday? And that's literally how it went into. So then after I answered her question and showed her in the Bible, then it turned into her, talking about sites. So she asked me, what is your religion? And I said, well, I don't really have a religion. You ever heard of the Israelites? And then it went from there. She had been seeing a lot of our brothers from IUIC in the media, over the course of the last week, because of how they marched boldly for the name of our God, in spite of the 2819 prayer session that they was supposed to have, that they ended up having. But she had a lot of, I guess you could say, negative. She had a lot of negative remarks for Israelites before she actually had a conversation with one. And through her having a conversation with myself, all praise to the Most High, but it's not of my will, it's the Lord. She was able to get like a way better understanding, and she left the conversation in a brighter spirit than, her understanding of what Israelites were before we had the conversation. So that's literally like, I was saying that to say like how it goes into what the brothers were saying, that they scoffing at what do people think Israelite mean. She didn't really know that, like, we believe that there are a people on the face of the earth that are true descendants from the children of Israel. They just thought Israelite well, at least she just thought Israelite was like just, I don't know, some type of religion, right? But again, it's an actual group of people.
Religion, or movement, like
a movement.
Yeah, they thought a lot of people, they don't know what it is, man. All praise, man. THE, the home of the truth, man. I'm just playing.
That's madness, nigga.
That's madness.
But you gotta think though, bro. When our people thought we were Egyptian and we were going around saying we was pharaohs and stuff, everybody took that serious. Oh yeah, that's why they blew the noses off. Oh yeah, the Egyptians were black. Oh yeah, that's us. Oh yeah, that was us. That's our culture. They were so quick to grasp that. But you tell them we're Israelites, it just does not click.
They something familiar.
They don't even know who the Israelites are. They done made Egyptians so famous because of movies and stuff and Hollywood. Nobody, Israelites, like the Bible says, their remembrance was ceased among men. It was made no more. Nobody remembered the Israelites. So when we bring up this term Israelite now, they don't even know what we talking about. They don't even know what we talking about. Even when we on the street corner, we say, "Hey, you know who God's chosen people are?" They give us a puzzle. Look like, yeah, you're looking at one. You're looking at God. Who's that, brother? It's everybody.
All of us.
What you talking about, brother? Then we ask them, what's God's chosen people? They got a name. What's their name? All right, now y'all might know a little something. Then they head down the street because they don't know. Our people don't even know who God's people, the name of God's people are. That's bad.
I'm gonna let y'all keep reading. I'm gonna let y'all keep studying.
Right, man. And so the thing is this, right? It's bad, but it's also prophesied that our remembrance would cease from among us and he would take our heritage away from us. It's prophecy, right? But a special people, man. A special people, man. That's the lesson today. We are a special people, you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negroid descent. We are a special people, and we got to keep these commandments. That's the special thing that's been charged to us, man. So without further ado, man, I'm going to end this video. We're going to be on tomorrow, Lord willing. And like our big brother Christ said, man, if you're not gathering, you scattering. That's if you're not gathering God's people together in these last days, you're scattering them away into nonsense, right? So we got to do our best to gather together, O nation not desired. But that, Shabbat Shalom, y'all get some rest. Peace.
Shabbat Shalom.